Hey everyone, it's Mike from Destinations of Travel coming to you live today from Disney's BoardWalk Inn and villas, I suppose, but we're not actually going into any of the villas, so mostly focused on the inn. We're not going to any of the rooms at all because I'm not staying here right now. However, this is a continuation of our Walt Disney World Resort Hotel Spotlight series where we are getting out to every Walt Disney World Resort hotel throughout 2025. Excuse me. Hi, Randy. So we've already been out to quite a few hotels. I'm not going to list them all because at this point we're just about halfway and that's too many to list. But we have quite a few to go, so we will still be getting out to plenty of other Walt Disney World Resort hotels. So if you have a favorite, don't worry, we are getting there. Or if you haven't been following along, maybe we've been there already. So you can always go back and check out our previous live streams that we have started to move over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/D2Travel. As of tomorrow, actually, Facebook is beginning a policy where they are deleting old live streams. Anything older than 30 days, you will no longer find on our Facebook. So you'll head over to our YouTube channel and you'll see all of the hotel live streams from the past few months. And then you'll start to see some of the old stuff pop up there as well. Hi, Patty. Yeah, our replay will be up on Facebook for 30 days. So you can check it out here, or again, it'll be over on our YouTube channel in a few days as well. So now that I got that housekeeping out of the way, we are here at Disney's BoardWalk Inn, right out at the front of the resort where we always start things out. Wanted to show you guys, here is the bus loop here. So if you are staying here, you'll hop on a bus to one of the Disney parks right over there. Looks like that one's taking guests over to Magic Kingdom. And then this is the main entrance into the lobby, so we're going to make our way in there right now. And then BoardWalk is sort of a unique resort because, yes, it is a hotel, but it is on Disney's BoardWalk, and it's pretty funny with the sort of the Disney nomenclature. If you're talking about the hotel, the W in walk gets capitalized. If you were talking about the overall boardwalk, it does not. It's just one word, BoardWalk. Couldn't tell you why, but that's how they do it. So we will head out onto the boardwalk after we make our way through the lobby and see some of the offerings that are there, because this hotel doesn't actually have any like dining or anything like that in it, but you've got all the amenities of the boardwalk itself. So it might be a little bit confusing as I'm explaining things, but it'll be much simpler when we actually see it. All right, so here's the main entrance, Disney's BoardWalk Villas and Inn and Villas. I should have mentioned at the top too, I do really love this resort. It's one of my favorites because, and not only because, but part of the reason is because I'm from New Jersey originally, and this is all themed to be like a Jersey boardwalk, very classic Jersey boardwalk theme here. Or at least a romanticized version of them. Two things I want to point out over here. First, speaking of Jersey, this is Lucy the elephant up above the fireplace there. Sort of a Jersey icon. The picture of Lucy. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is these nightmare chairs. Nobody really has an explanation for them, but they are nightmarish. They have also sort of become a Disney icon for some reason. Let me catch up on a few comments here. Sharon says, never stayed here. It's bucket list. Yeah, I love it here. We stayed here a couple of times, I believe, actually. Really enjoyed it. And then Sharon is from Jersey. Awesome. So you'll appreciate some of the theming here. So we've got Carousel Coffee. This is a relatively new addition to BoardWalk. Hi. We got, ooh, New Jersey crumb cake. I'm sure Sharon can appreciate that. The BoardWalk Bakery, which is now the BoardWalk Deli, has really, really good crumb cake, and it looks like you can get it right here at Carousel Coffee as well. Other than that, just your standard coffee shop. You can get your Joffrey's coffee there. I do really love this little roller coaster model here as well. Let's see, can we peek at it? Reminiscent of like the Cyclone, which is actually a New York boardwalk thing over at Coney Island, but close enough. There's a really nice seating area out here that we'll just kind of take a peek at. It has been very rainy here the last few days, so everything's going to be wet. And it's pretty gray out here, as you can see today, but we got a nice turf lawn out here. They'll do like the movies Under the Stars and things like that out here. There's always some sort of activity going on too, it seems. And then we'll make our way down here in a little bit, but you got the Surrey bike rentals. And just beyond that is the dock where you can hop on one of the friendship boats that'll take you over to Epcot or Disney's Hollywood Studios, as well as just across the water here to Yacht and Beach Club. We're gonna head back inside and make our way across here. I think this carousel model here. Sharon says wet in Jersey too. I hope June is better. I know I still have family in New Jersey and they've been complaining about the weather. Like they have this here still too. See if this is gonna work. We got the little turn crank here. You can watch the cartoon. I think there's another one over here as well. Also just like boardwalk art. Oh yeah, we got the press pennies here. And the electric nerve muscle massage. Does this actually do anything? Nope, guess not. I got everybody chiming off in the Northeast about the gloomy weather right now. We do have a bar over here as well. Obviously not open just yet. But a nice little bar lounge area. We're gonna head downstairs and make our way out to the boardwalk. And again, I'll explain a little bit more. Actually, we're not going to head out to the boardwalk just yet because we do have to head over to the boardwalk pool first. And then we'll slowly, like, gradually make our way out to Disney's boardwalk as opposed to the hotel. Hi. All right, so here's the seating area we were just looking at. There's more seating underneath if you want to be in the shade. And then that turf lawn to the right. We're going to make our way over here to the pool. Randy just bragging. 83 and sunny there in Houston. It's actually, I mean, obviously it's not sunny, but it's a pretty nice temperature out here right now. So we got the gym here, Muscles and Bustles Health Club. You're right here. And then you got the arcade right next door. And then just past both of those, you'll find the whole pool area here. You can see we are just like in the shadow of the Swan and Dolphin. So really nice thing about the boardwalk, and I mean the boardwalk as a whole. You've got Disney's Boardwalk Inn and Villas, and then you've got Yacht and Beach Club and Swan and Dolphin all just in a walking path right next to each other. And then you can see on the map here, you've also got, so we are here right now in the Luna Park pool. So you can follow the actual boardwalk right over to Epcot. So walking distance of Epcot, walking distance of those other hotels I just listed. And then all of your dining and entertainment options, although those are a little bit limited right now. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Everything is out here on the boardwalk. So no actual like restaurants or anything in the hotel itself. Although I guess technically they are. It's still one building here, but you know what I mean. Separate entrances. Okay, so here is the Luna Park pool. There is another pool on the opposite side. We won't make our way over there today, but so Luna Park is the big one, and then you've got just sort of a more convenient one if you're staying on this side of the resort, so you don't have to walk all the way across. Oh yes, and Randy points out, and the International Gateway stop for the Skyliner. So, Skyliner entrance is right outside the entrance to Epcot. And then you can hop on the Skyliner to take it over to Riviera and then to Caribbean Beach, Art of Animation, and Pop Century, and then over to Disney's Hollywood Studios as well. So you've got the boats to Hollywood Studios, you've got the Skyliner to Hollywood Studios, and then you've got the buses as well for the other parks and things like that. So really convenient as far as transportation is concerned. You can actually even, if you really wanted to, it is a bit of a hike, but you could walk to Hollywood Studios from here too. There is a walking path that would take you all the way over there, and you could follow that right over here. We're not going to make that walk, but you can do it. And I have in the past. Coincidentally, not while I was staying here. I actually don't remember why I made that walk in the past. Probably I was doing something in the park and then also over here on the boardwalk. But yeah, I have made that walk. So Leaping Horse Libations, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, this is the pool bar. And then, again, you can see you've got the sign here for the arcade and the gym. And then here you've got the Keister Coaster, which a few years ago went through a renovation, removed the sort of iconic yet horrifying clown face that it had that was right over the pool. Now it's taken on a Mickey and Minnie theme. Matching that animation of the new Mickey and Minnie shorts. I say new, they're probably like 15 years old at this point. But you can watch all those on Disney Plus and then get what I'm talking about. And then this is all rooms here. So you could have a room overlooking the Luna Park pool. So we stayed in a one-bedroom villa here and absolutely loved it. And I can actually, when we get out to the boardwalk, I'll show you the balcony for one of the rooms that we stayed at. And you can actually see the room itself if you go back on our Facebook. Again, this is our Walt Disney World Resort Hotel Spotlight series. So all week long, we are taking a look at a specific hotel. So obviously this week has been BoardWalk. We started out on Monday with an overview video of the whole resort. Tuesday, we took a look at the rooms. And you can see, again, a room tour video of the one-bedroom villa. That is available on our YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/D2Travel. We posted it right here on our Facebook on Tuesday. Wednesday, we took a look at all the food options. Also just highlighted what makes this resort special, which is the boardwalk. The boardwalk makes the boardwalk special because there are so many shared amenities because of the boardwalk. And now here we are. We like to culminate the week with a live stream so you can take a look at the resort in real time and ask any questions you might have. So we're back out here at that turf lawn. And then right here you've got Promenade Fine Art Gallery. We'll just take a quick peek in, but we're not going to really walk around too much. But basically, Disney art for sale. Really love this Scrooge McDuck table. All right, so let's make our way to, we're going to start to the left here. We're going to head out to the boardwalk. And you can see Yacht across the way, Yacht Club, and Beach Club to the right. Now, we have been just sort of following the Skyliner loop as we do the next hotel in our Spotlight series. However, the pool for the Yacht and Beach Club, which is spectacular, one of the coolest on property, is currently under renovations, so not open. So we didn't want to highlight those right now. So we'll come back to those in probably about a month. We'll get out to Yacht and Beach. But that doesn't mean we were putting our Spotlight series on hold. We're just going to get out to a different hotel. All right, so I'm not going to make my way all the way down to the end, but you can follow the boardwalk as a whole loop. Takes you, the next one over will be Swan and Dolphin, and then Yacht, and then Beach. Yacht is the gray, Beach Club is the blue. Then go a little bit further here, and you can see just beyond this little pavilion here is the walkway over to Epcot. So actually, I'm going to go a little bit further because you can get a view of Spaceship Earth so you can see even better. Yeah, Randy points out one of my first talking points here. I mean, we're what, 15 minutes in? One of my next talking points, I suppose. I kind of overwalked my view here, but you can just see Spaceship Earth between the trees up there. So Epcot is right over there, very, very close. So here on the boardwalk, what we've got, you've got Atlantic Dance Hall, nightlife, nightclub type of thing. I've actually never been in there, surprisingly. But the reason I've never been in there is because right across the way is Jelly Rolls, or I should say was Jelly Rolls. As Randy points out, Randy said it's closing. Sharon pointed out, I think it's already closed, and yes, it is. You can see the windows are closed up and everything. So unfortunately, nothing happening right here. You do still have nightlife here at the dance hall. Live DJ, no cover charge, open 8 p.m. every day. There you go. All your information right there. Jelly Rolls was a dueling piano bar. Unfortunately, just closed its doors. We haven't heard exactly what's coming to replace it, but I'm sure they'll put something fun in there to bolster the nightlife here for the boardwalk. This is all going to be rooms here. You're going to see these balconies all the way across the buildings here, all rooms. And in fact, that room tour video that I mentioned, the one-bedroom villa, I can't remember specifically which one, but it was one of these two big balconies, the wider ones, and we were all the way at the top floor, and just had a really, really great view looking out on the water, looking out to Epcot. The biggest bummer of the whole thing, and we loved it. We loved the room, loved the view. It was spectacular. Having this just like at your doorstep, so nice. Things were different back then. This was in 2020. But yeah, like I was saying, the biggest bummer is that it was 2020, so there were no fireworks happening at the parks. So we couldn't watch the parks, or the Epcot fireworks, which at the time would have been Epcot Forever, probably, I think. But yeah, we couldn't watch them because they weren't happening. So disappointing. Just means we're gonna have to stay there again. But yeah, these rooms up here are one bedroom. There are other one bedroom villas around. Those two just have, and actually those two over there as well, have a slightly bigger balcony and like an enclosure. It was really nice. Thought it was the room closest to the yellow end, Randy says. Possible. Could be. I don't remember specifically which one. But it was one of those with that bigger balcony. It was really, really nice. Right here was the former Big River Grill. That is obviously closed. That was about a year ago now, I think, at this point. Still waiting to see what replaces that. And then we've got Thimbles and Threads, which is the gift shop for Boardwalk. So let's pop in here. It was actually under construction. There was some refurbishments going on here when I was here last, but it looks like that's been finished, so that's nice. So as you walk in here, you got some Mickey Mouse. Randy says I have to go back and watch the replay. Yeah, I think no, we haven't put that one up yet, but I do have it downloaded and it will go on our YouTube channel very soon. All All right, so we always like to come over and check out the resort-specific merch. This one's a little bit different because you got the whole boardwalk. So you got Abracadabra, which we'll see in just a little bit. Abracadabra shirt. Then we got a boardwalk mug and shirt. Then here we go. We got the whole collection here. So you got a little quarter zip. You got the boardwalk ears, lounge fly. The ears smell? Ooh, okay, so we've been informed. The ears actually have a funnel cake smell. Oh, they do. And they glow in the dark. Oh yeah, look at that. Thank you. Very cool. I don't know that there are any other Mickey ears that actually have a scent. And they really do, they smell like funnel cake. Very cool. We got another quarter zip. We got a polo. I like this a lot. And then we've got another t-shirt here, this is perfect. I love this. Super light and soft. Just a simple boardwalk t-shirt. And then as you come to the far side of the store here, you've got the sort of convenience store if you need any snacks or anything like that, or forgot anything for your trip. If you pick up sunscreen here, and things like Motrin and Benadryl, as well as frozen foods for your room. And we're back outside on the boardwalk. You can see one of the friendship boats just left the dock here. Looks like it's heading over to Yacht and Beach. And then we are back out here again is that turf lawn. So right in the center of the resort, the lobby is just up those stairs. And it's funny, the offerings on the boardwalk. So the stretch that we just walked, there's not much over there right now. So it's empty over there. But when you come across to this side, this is where you got all the restaurants and like quick service dining options and things like that too. So you see much more foot traffic over there. So we make our way there. You've got your Surrey bike rentals, which are always fun. Just nice ride along. This is actually be a really good day for it because the sun's not out and it's not super hot. So nice day to just ride around the boardwalk. And again, I'll just show you this. This is a whole big loop. So we were over there by the dance hall and what was Jelly Rolls, Swan and Dolphin just beyond that. The loop does take you out there towards Swan and Dolphin before coming back around this way. And then you can just walk this whole path. Now, if you've been watching these videos for a while, you know there's one thing I like to talk about at the Disney parks a lot, and that is food. And we have a lot to talk about here. So our first restaurant is Flying Fish. This is one that, for me especially, goes under the radar a lot because it is one of the older restaurants on property. However, last year, I think, I got invited out to an event at Flying Fish, got to try some of their new menu options. Really, really loved it. So I highly recommend Flying Fish, actually, and I've been wanting to get back out here since that event. Their pork belly appetizer, one of the best things I've eaten on property anywhere. So again, highly recommend it. Maybe check out the menu before going. It is obviously seafood focused, but they have plenty of other options as well. And then we talked about Abracadabra briefly with the shirt that we looked at, but this is as Randy pointed out, like a speakeasy type of vibe. It's a magician's bar. Let me come across over here, get a little bit of a better view. With some unique cocktails on the menu, and then just some really fun theming. So yeah, if you're just looking to stop and grab a drink, Abracadabra is a fun place to do that. And then across from Abracadabra, you've got a new offering, relatively new offering, Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs. So Disneyland fans are familiar with those Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs, or the corn dogs you guys have out there, and they are delicious. We also, again, probably about a year ago at this point, I think, shared a look at some of the food from Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs that we tried. Everything was really good. I think we shared a picture too when we highlighted the food just a couple days ago, so you can scroll back on our Facebook and see it there. Trattoria Al Forno, I have not personally tried yet. It's probably, the only restaurant here that I have not tried yet. I know they do a character breakfast here, but I've heard good things about the dinner as well. Italian dining. You do have the pizza window here. Very popular quick service option. And actually pretty decent pizza, especially for Florida. Sharon knows what I'm talking about. Let me catch up on just one here. Let's see. Ate at Flying Fish once a long time ago, so I'm sure the menu has changed. Yes, it was last year that I went to that event, and yeah, they were introducing new menu items then. So definitely changed the menu a few times. We got Boardwalk Joe's Marvelous Margaritas. Pretty self-explanatory. They have some quick bites. You know, you got your pretzels, your nachos, things like that, and then some margaritas. Here is the Boardwalk Deli, like I said earlier, formerly the Boardwalk Bakery. It looks like they're a little bit busy in there right now, so we're not going to pop in. But sandwiches. Sharon says, yes, I do. Sandwiches, baked goods. Actually, well, let's see. Maybe they're not too busy. I can peek in a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. Here's a look. Got your sandwiches here. And then all of your bakery items, including that crumb cake, which is so, so good. Excuse me, thank you. Oh, here's a look at the menu here for Boardwalk Deli. You got your breakfast sandwiches, and then for lunch and dinner, classic deli sandwiches, fresh salads, sweet treats, and refreshments. I'm just going to come over to this barrier. What's the word I'm looking for? Banister, I guess. Railing. There you go. It's been a long couple of weeks. Let me see here. Have eaten at Trattoria multiple times, and even when it was Cat Cora's. Oh, nice. That's from Randy. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I've never heard anybody say they didn't like it. So Boardwalk ice cream. I guess I kind of misspoke earlier. I never technically tried Boardwalk ice cream. I went there multiple times when it was Ample Hills was the name of the ice creamery that was here before. It has since just been rebranded to Boardwalk Ice Cream. Pretty straightforward. You want ice cream? That's the place to do it. And then the final stop here, the Cake Bake Shop. So you've got the restaurant and the bakery. Both are spectacular. If you haven't tried it yet, this is a new offering. Cake Bake Shop only opened again last year. Was it even this year? No, I think that was last year, right? Cake Bake Shop by Gwendolyn Rogers. She's known for her cakes, but the food is really, really good. I actually just ate at the restaurant last week for the first time. Highly recommend. It is a little bit on the pricier side as far as, especially like if you're looking at the dining options here. I guess Trattoria could be up there as well. But depends on what you order too. So the food, it's funny because you walk in there and it is so fancy looking, like but it's also like a fantasy. Like it's there's a carousel in the middle and everything is so sparkly, as you can tell from the signs lighting up out here, but actually I guess you can't really see in the video. You can just barely see it right here on the bakery. A little bit of a sparkle to it, but everything is so flowery and gold and shiny and sparkly. But the food is still, it does still have that like sort of upscale food menu to it, or feel to it. But I got, like, there's a New Orleans flair to this restaurant as well. And I got the gumbo, a chicken and andouille gumbo. Whoa, it was so good. And it's not like it wasn't like a fancy dish. Like it was a big serving of just straight New Orleans gumbo, and it was really, really good. Highly recommend. All the drinks were fantastic. Everything we ate, the appetizers, the burrata appetizer was fantastic. Just the truffle parm pommes frites, so French fries with some truffle shavings on it, so good. Yeah, everything, really recommend. And then of course, they are known for their dessert. Looks like there's a line to head into the bakery right now, so we're not gonna, well, hang on, let's see how long we have. But the bakery is spectacular. Everything I've eaten from there is so good. Highly recommend the Magic Bar. That is my favorite. It's like a coconut, toffee, and lots of other stuff. Graham cracker, really, really good. We can take a peek at the menu in a second as well. But yeah, this is, and ironically, I've tried like 6 different things from the bakery, and I've never tried a piece of cake. So.
Belgian waffle.
Yeah, so Randy points out $23 for a slice of cake. Now, that being said, you're not going to eat a slice of cake by yourself. They are big slices of cake. Yeah, so there is a little bit of a line here, so we're not going to head into the bakery. I don't know that the service would hold up in there anyway, but highly recommend trying it. And if you don't want to go for the slice of cake, go for one of the smaller things. Everything has been really, really good. And again, the restaurant itself, the food is delicious. Yeah, it is one of those places where it's like, yeah, I get it. That the price tag can shock you a little bit. $23 for a slice of cake does sound like a lot, but again, it's not like you're not going to sit there and eat that slice of cake by yourself. I mean, on one hand, challenge accepted, but you're not going to feel good about it afterwards. All right, so we have made our way around the entire BoardWalk Inn. We have not done the entire BoardWalk because that would take us over to Yacht and Beach Club. And like I said, we will be doing that soon. However, I want to wait until their pool reopens because that is one of the big draws of that resort, or of those 2 resorts, actually. But yeah, we just wanted to come out to this gazebo here to wrap things up. I'm going to make my way around to the main entrance. So if you guys have any last second questions about BoardWalk, feel free to drop them in. And again, this is a continuation of our Walt Disney World Resort Hotel Spotlight series. So we are getting out to every Walt Disney World Resort hotel in 2025. So if you haven't been following along, go back and check out previous live streams. And then keep an eye out for our next streams coming up. So we have plenty of other hotels to get to, including these 2 right here, Yacht and Beach Club. We're going to get out to Saratoga Springs pretty soon as well. So like I said, keep an eye out. And if you want to see replays of our old live streams, they will be all on our YouTube. Facebook, like I said at the top of this video, is just changing their policy, and we'll be deleting anything older than 30 days. So if you want to see any of those replays, you'll head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/D2Travel, and you'll see them all over there. Let me make sure I catch up on a few comments before I wrap things up here. Yeah. Randy says, if you solo the slice of cake over a cake bake shop, you'll definitely need to make a full loop around BoardWalk, maybe more than one. Yeah, you probably need to get up early the next morning and run it off, if anything, which is not something I try to do on my vacation. I actively avoid running on my vacations. Oh yeah, and then Randy says that gazebo is so peaceful and great views. Yeah, they use these for like wedding photos and actual weddings. Wedding ceremonies here, which is really, really nice. Yeah, I love this. This is one of my favorite spots on the BoardWalk. It's like you said, too, the views are great. Thank you, Sharon. I try to help out. Like Sharon said at the top, this is a bucket list stay for her. Highly recommend it. Make it happen. It's not high end as far as pricing is concerned with Walt Disney World Resort hotels, but it's top half. But it's manageable. It depends on time of year and things like that, but get in touch with a Destinations to Travel advisor and ask them for those sorts of tips and tricks on when you should visit Disney's BoardWalk. Of course, I have answers myself as far as what you want to see at Walt Disney World. But if you're looking for the best price, one of our Destinations to Travel advisors will be able to help you out with that. And if you don't have a Destinations to Travel advisor just yet, you can get one by heading to d2travel.com. That's d2travel.com. Or you can send us an email at info@d2travel.com. Oh, one last thing I want to mention. They do have the fishing excursions out here as well. And if you do them in the morning, they will actually take you out into Epcot for your fishing excursion, which is a lot of fun. I have never done the Epcot one. I've only done one at Magic Kingdom. But yeah, they were great. So if you're into fishing, that is an option too. All right. So that's going to do it for our tour of Disney's Boardwalk Inn and Villas. Again, be sure to keep an eye out for our next live stream. We do these the Walt Disney World Resort Hotel Spotlight series roughly every other week. I won't nail down that schedule going forward, but we will be doing something in between as well. So just keep an eye out on our Facebook for our next live stream. And aside from that, thank you everyone for joining me today, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye everyone.